This is a series of short podcasts for May. May is Mental Health Month, and I thought we would briefly talk today about something that's taken me a very long time to learn, to understand, and to practice. The first thing is learning about self-care. Self-care isn't selfish. And if you've listened to the podcast for a little while, you'll know that self-care can be something as simple as taking time out to go to the spa or have a massage. Maybe take yourself out to lunch. But there are more things to self-care that I think for myself that are deeper than that. Things like really taking care of needs, health needs, mental health needs, or a spiritual need, because you can't separate the mind, body, and the spirit. I start my day every day journaling. How am I feeling? What are my intentions for the day? And I've used several different journals, and I find all of them are good, but the one that I'm currently working with is Clever Fox, and I really do enjoy it. I've used Silk and Sonder in the past. It's a great journal, a little bit out of my budget this year, but it is a great journal with a lot of support. And I want to say things like setting goals and intentions help me feed my mind with some positivity. What do I want to do today? And how do I want to have the energy that flows out of me be received by other people? I don't want to be stressed all of the time, because that is the number one cause of illness and shortened life in many Americans. And if you're in other countries, you may find this to be true also. I think journaling is a great way to start really delving into the internal process of self-care. Sometimes self-care may mean more. Maybe you need to talk to someone professionally. But many times just talking about how you're feeling with your best friend, with your coworkers, if it's a work issue, or your family. There's a boundary line, though, not to overstep. But just talking about something helps us to see the solution. Exercise is self-care, and that's another time to find a lot of solutions. I find a lot of inspiration in nature. And lastly, of course, is what this podcast is all about: making, being inspired. And it is said that quilting is my therapy, to coin Angela Walters' phrase, but so are so many other types of craft, art, music, theater, writing, reading books. It is all a self-expression in a way that you may not have the outlet for during the workday mundaneness of every day. Art is a great form of self-care, and I would encourage you to try spending at least 15 minutes a day doing self-care. And if you can split it up to 15 minutes of exercise, 15 minutes of making, and 15 minutes of just meditating and journaling. We didn't talk about meditation, but that is a great form of self-care. It is a wonderful thing to do. Now, I would like to also tell you that I have self-care this month. Prioritized on my list is daily meditation, and I'm using Headspace app for that, but there are a lot of other types of meditation apps. I'm going to the chiropractor again more for mild adjustments in using BrainTap, which is very expensive, and I do it only at the chiropractors because a subscription is still a little out of my budget. And exercise. And today, the sun is out for the first time in a long time. I can hear the birds singing, and yes, nature, being in nature as much as you can. But use a little sunscreen and spray for ticks. Have a wonderful day, knowing that self-care isn't selfish, but sometimes the season of life makes it difficult. And if you can squeeze 15 minutes of doing this one thing you're passionate about, I really think you'll find that it will help your physical, mental, as well as spiritual health. Until next time, be creative.